We're still here, baby. 8-0 Bowling Green, currently ranked number 2 in the country. I mean, we're on fire right now. Just straight up on fire. Taking a look at recruiting. If you didn't see last episode, go watch that. Absolute banger. But we got like 4 recruits last week. At the very end, got 5-star Old Spalding, 5-star Fenau Mama, 4-star Gem Jose Penalto, 4-star Gem Shaheem Breeze. As far as like what will fully change the program to be like, all right, they're pretty good now versus they will can sustain success long term. Last episode probably is one of the biggest as far as making sure we have studs like for their entire career. And we can even look at the stats, at least for the guys we have scouted. Shaheem Breeze, I mean, he has 94 strength as a gap specialist D tackle. Not the fastest guy, but he's going to stop the run. Just going to. That's the type of guy that we seem to be able to produce pretty well, and he's just another one in the line. Jose Penalto, edge setter. That archetype with 76 speed, only being 6'3", 224, feels kind of weird. Feels like a lot of the edge rushers in this game are just like weirdly undersized. But I don't know. He's a gem, so he'll probably be good. I don't have Mama or Spalding scouted because at any point, they're 5 stars. Who really cares if they're good or not? They're going to play good. And then these guys we ended up losing along the way as well. But guys that we actually might not lose. Ian Moffat, a 5-star running back, is on our campus. Not this episode, but it'll be next episode. Nick Livings will likely commit after this week. Unless Mississippi State, does some voodoo magic or something. I don't know. They already had their visit, and we're still in the lead. So, Vildor's probably just going to Penn State. We're way too late to that. Rodney McNabb, a safety, kind of a pivot. We're in pretty good shape for him. Hopefully Oregon doesn't realize that he's, probably could easily go to Oregon if he wanted to, or any of the other schools in the top 5. Jackson Rossi probably just is committing to Iowa. We play Iowa State this week, so if we beat them bad enough, maybe he won't commit to Iowa State, but I think either way, we're probably not getting him. I'll keep him on the board, though, just in case. Jason Lloyd, I think we're in about as good of a shape as we really can be, considering Michigan has a 5-star pipeline to their own state. And, has all the resources to be able to get this guy. We have our visit before theirs, and we're going to be he's going to be locked into the top 3 before the visit. So, honestly, I think there's a really good chance we end up with Jason Lloyd. Trent Johns, nobody else has tried for. He looks solid, not a gem or anything, but 89 speed, 6'2", 192. Maybe not the best route runner, but 87 spec catch is pretty good. Catching traffic. Who knows how that actually works in this game. Press Pro, I know, is a pretty good ability, though. So, he could be decent. And then we have some more guys down the board here that you guys will hopefully get to meet as the series progresses if I don't lose them. But speaking of things I don't want to lose, let's go ahead and get ready to play. Third time we've had to play Iowa State. Second year in the Big 12, but they were on our non-conference schedule year 2. That was an interesting one for me. Of course, this one is at Jack Trice Stadium. My camera angle changed a little bit, but you can still see right there we got the Breece Hall poster in the back. If you are unaware, I am a big Iowa State fan. Honestly, if you were to ask me about a week ago, I would be very mad about the portal, but I feel like we've rebounded about as well as you possibly can, considering the situation. But that's enough Cyclone talk. We're Bowling Green Falcon fans in this house today. Let's get ready to take care of business here. See what our defense can do. They try to return it? No, they're just going to take the knee. Take it at the 25. Not bad. Juan Kellum is their quarterback. So we've played them 3 times. I think all 3 times they have had a different quarterback. I think year 1 it was Bryce Baker, the North Carolina guy. Year 2, I think Alex Mansky was the quarterback. And then year 3, I guess it's this guy. Or not year 3, but third time playing him, second time, first time. You get the idea. All right, there's 7 yards on their first play. That's not exactly ideal for us. Hopefully we can limit them a bit more on second down here. That is just way too much time. And I'm surprised that wasn't a catch or a pick or something. But I guess what it is third down. Alright. Let's set some heat here. There's a good chance this might be a run. If it's not, then hopefully we can just get there. It is a pass. They're going to hit underneath, and I missed the angle. That's entirely on me. And they will move the chains because of it. That is brutal. I mean, that is... There's no other way to say it. That's my fault. I cannot miss the angle that bad. They'll run it here on a first down. I can't mess up the angle when Sterling Sanders, good lord, I know my players' names. But if he can just wrap him up in the backfield before I even have an opportunity to get him at the second level, who cares what I do, right? 2nd and 9. They're going to run it again here? Okay. Angles today have not been great for me. Alright, 1st and 10 for the Clones. Be ready for the run that time. Stop them for nada. Yeah, Nick Clayton's had himself a pretty good year. I'd argue he's probably been our best defender this year. And I'm not sure how much of a conversation there really is about it. Sanders, maybe you can like maybe debate. But my vote goes to Nick Clayton. For sure. 3rd down, though. I need everybody on defense to lock in here. It's a read option. And he's only going to get 2. He needed 8. 4th and 6. They're going to try a 57-yard field goal. On the hash. And it's money. Wow. That was good from 62. Okay. Well, 3-0. Ooh, there was a little bit of space on the return there. I think the hesitation really helped out with getting the blockers in position there. Of course, Marcus Woods has been having a fantastic season. If this is your first episode of this season, first of all, go back and watch the playlist of everything to figure out where we got to. But second of all, if you don't want to do that, number 26 is the entire offense. He is just faster than everybody. Like, you blink and he's got 4 yards. Maybe if I actually... My stick skills today have not been great. I probably could be playing a lot better. 3rd and 3. Who needs stick skills? Just run forward. You're going to get 8 yards before anybody can even touch you. I think play action could work pretty well here after 3 straight runs. Hit the same guy underneath. He's wide open. I don't even know what I was trying to do there with a spin. It didn't work very well. Still move the chains because I got a ton of yards. Cheeseman will check in here. I'll let Marcus Woods catch his breath a little bit. All right, 2 yards, not terrible. Woods is back in. Maybe an option play here? No, it's just going to go back to Woods. And he's reaching forward for the first down. I did not like the little wear and tear bit I just saw right there. I'm not going to lie, that scared me. Yeah, we're going to go keep fresh for running backs. I don't want injuries. How the Daniel Hill situation ended, I don't want to have to worry about that. Nothing on first down. Let's see what a 2nd and 10 screen could do. No, we're gonna do an inside zone. They got a 3 lineman set here. We're gonna run on that. We're gonna take 4. I feel like that probably should have been more than that. 3rd and 6. Hit Latu underneath for 3. Make it 4th and 3 on the 18. I mean, no one can go for this. I can probably get it. 4th and 3. I mean, worst case scenario, we don't get it, and they are in not great field position. But we have Sammy Riggs drag route. That's just money. And now James Hack, the replacement for Josh Janowski, because he broke his ribs, is now hurt. Cheeseman on the direct snap gets 9. Hit burstitis for Hack. Keep him in for now. But that is definitely something to look out for. Second and 2. We're getting a lot of Cheeseman today, and he's got a touchdown. Alright. That's a true freshman Iowa State was starting at quarterback, by the way. I just peeped that. But I would not be mad at all about a Gideon Cheeseman game. Elbow burstitis for Jaden Ball. Throw a sweatband down, you'll be alright. Yeah, Marcus Woods has been taking a bit of a beating the last couple weeks. I would not be mad at a Gideon Cheeseman game. He's a really good running back in his own right, and I've said that before. He killed us when we played him against K-State. The problem is with Gideon Cheeseman is that he doesn't have 99 speed, 98 excel, 98 change direction or whatever. So it is not nearly as guaranteed of yardage. But he's still a good back. He'll still get you about 4 a carry. It's, you know, it's not as cheese. No pun intended. 2nd and 9. Looks like Iowa State will probably just take this to quarter. Maybe if they'll get a snap off. They will not. All right. All right, 7-3. Not a bad situation to be in. I mean, Jack Trice isn't exactly an easy place to play. I don't think the game is necessarily giving them the respect I think they deserve. Am I biased in saying that? Yeah, probably. But I stand on it. Is that Dom Overby still at State? Okay. Making the catch over the middle. That is Dom Overby. Okay. At least somebody stayed loyal. 3rd and 3. This is a bit too much. Probably too stupid of a gamble on 3rd down. Yeah, it is. It is a pass, and he's got Dom Overby again over the middle. Yeah, I mean, he's like 6'5", with high 90 speed. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's do that. Sure, that's fine. 1st and 10, it's a run. We crowded up the line. It didn't seem to matter at all. He gained 6 anyways. Okay. Guarded up his primary read. Melvin Lassiter was able to take care of him from there. He actually got there. Thank God. We'll set up 3rd and 11. Go ahead and get this Cyclone offense off the field. That'd be great. Ooh, could have been a pick. Objectively, probably should have been. They will not try a 78-yard field goal, I guess. They will punt. And they will be smart enough to actually punt it out of bounds. Okay. I think Iowa State is probably the first team to actually be smart about not wanting to punt to Marcus Woods. So shout out to whoever they hired as a special teams coordinator, because I guess he's actually doing his job. That must be nice. 2nd 8. I mean, it feels like they're just committing so hard to stopping the run. A 4 verts just has to work, right? He's got a step. He makes the catch. Can't quite break away to get into the end zone. But that's a 43-yard gain on its own right. Heck yeah, man. Wasn't exactly the most open receiver. Corner was able to get back to there pretty easily. But we'll take it. We'll also take 18 yards, 19. I know Marcus Woods there seems to have freshened up a bit. So that's good. 1st and 10. They got a QB spy on from the jump. Just throw that away. I was kind of waiting on Marcus Woods to break off onto his route, and then he just never did. So that was cool. Latu makes the catch at the 1. That was a risky throw to make, and hey, we made it, and it worked. Should I have done that? No. Did it end up resulting in a good gain? Yeah. So, yeah. See, 2nd and goal, we should just be able to outrun them. I'm not getting the blocking on the outside. Excellent. 3rd and goal. It feels like they... I feel like I can't run this up the middle. We're going to try a speed option. Marcus Woods will bob and weave his way into the end zone. All right. Thank the Lord. Touchdown, Bowling Green. That was an interesting set of plays right there, I gotta say. Between the bullet through like 3 defenders to Latu down to the 1-yard line to not being able to punch it in at all with Marcus Woods. Eventually, he finally was able to kind of squeak in there with the speed option, but that was scary. There we go. We're stopping our run lanes as well. So, I mean, hey, if nobody can run, I suppose that's not the worst thing in the world. We have enough speed. We'll make our own run lanes. 2nd and 11, absolutely not. Dylan Malone not able to moss our best corner. Appreciate that. 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11 going 5 wide. Okay. Really going wide here. They'll check it down, and he overthrew the check. Not even overthrow. Like, just straight up missed on the check down. They're going to punt. They do punt this one in bounds, though. Ah. Tried to kind of sneak forward and then cut out. Couldn't quite get past the first gunner. All right, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. I see man coverage with Marcus Woods versus a linebacker, and he makes the catch. Yeah, you just can't do that. You cannot do that. You can't run man coverage against this team if I have Marcus Woods on a route, because he will dust whatever linebacker you put on him. $10 for $50 on the ground, and I think he has like 40 through the air as well. With 2 minutes left in the first half. Tried to just outrun everybody. Didn't really work. 3rd and 3, we'll take it to the 2-minute timeout. I really am feeling like I'm having to try a lot harder on offense this game than I usually do. And I don't love that. Austin Clay can't make the catch. I thought he could kind of just body. 4th and 3 on the hash. This is going to be a tough one to make on the road. City Impulse at full max volume. He does squeak it in, though. The freshman is able to make the kick. All right, all is well. 17-3. This is definitely not looking like it's going to be the blowout every game has been, it feels like, in conference. But also, I mean, last episode, Arizona State almost came back. So maybe that's not the best gauge. But, I mean, we have games where it's like an 11-point game at halftime and then they just don't score. All right, Jaden Jackson able to just outrun everybody. That's cool. If we can have a good second half, I think we'll be fine. I mean, we're up 14. It's not like we're having a bad first half. Although maybe stopping that guy would be pretty nice. If somebody wanted to do that, that'd be cool. Minute 33, they're going hurry up with all 3 timeouts. Yeah, I just kind of gave up on that. I feel like I had to guard something in my actual zone. I pulled the seam flats way out of position to actually be able to guard that, though. Thankfully, it was overthrown, or not even overthrown, underthrown completely. Oh, that's wide open. Okay. Yeah, red zone scissors. That's, yeah, that'll stop that play. Just wrap up. Just don't allow anything stupid, really. It'll be alright. If we can hold him with a 3, I'd be fun with that. 17-6 at the half, that's not horrible. Just wrap up. Iowa State will call a timeout here. I was wondering if they were going to, if they were just going to be content trying to go for a field goal before half. They will actually try for a touchdown, apparently. Maybe. We'll see. They will. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 6. I can read. We'll call our own timeout. We get the sack. They're going to try to go for a field goal. We're going to have about 28 seconds to try to do something on offense. It's possible. I mean, we got a 99 speed running back. Nothing is impossible. It's 17-6 right now. Even that's not like the worst thing to go in a half with, but yeah, nothing really opened up for us there. Try that. Yeah, it doesn't really look like they're going to be all too willing to let us just throw all over them. Latu, make the catch, get the first down. Hurry up. Gotta go. Gotta move. Gotta move, gotta move, gotta move. U Hilton's not open in the slot. That is probably should have been picked. Safety played that beautifully. Cover 3. All right. Notice how my cover 3s, that exact route is open quite literally every play. When the computer runs cover 3, it's just like the most bagged thing possibly ever. All right. How many yards do we need for field goal range? Probably like, well, at least like 25. I thought we were on the other 44. We got one more play. Just give me some blocks. Nope. All right. Cool. Whatever. We'll take the stat pad, I guess. It just is not possible to score with 20 seconds left in the half because they just send everybody deep, and their tackling is just immaculate. Yeah, they just outright refuse to give the ball to Marcus Woods in the return game right now. And I mean, fair enough. I wouldn't let him do that either. But it is making me kind of mad because I want more. I want to have fun. They don't seem to realize he can, in fact, get the ball on offense, though. Maybe it's not as efficient, but it works. Oh, they just vacated that. They completely vacated that side. Marcus Woods is gone. How fast is... Whoa, how fast are these guys? How fast is 37 and 10? Marcus Woods has 99 speed, and he almost got caught. 99, 99, 98. Who on Iowa State's defense? First of all, they have a running back. Their backup running back has 96 speed. That's insane. Miles Thompson has 97 speed. Their corner 1 and corner 2 have 96 and 97 speed. Okay, that might be worth noting for the future. George Block has 92, but with the angle, I suppose he got a little bit better crack at it. Okay, so their corners are just insane. You know what? That explains a lot, actually. Either way, 24-6. I guess. All right. .96 speed running back tried to take it out. We're able to tackle him at the 12. You can't use this speed like I can, buddy. We're all over the option. They lose a yard. 2nd 11. I don't even know how we were on that. Because I don't... Yeah, we don't have any sort of, like, read keys right now. Maybe we should. If they're going to show their hand to be willing to run a read option. But also, if it's not working, then why would I even bother? Why would I discourage them from running something that doesn't work? Third and 16. Just play the sticks. They take the check down. We got that. 4th and 15. Yeah, of course they're going to punt. We're going to try to block it. No, we're not. Okay, well, I guess we are now. Didn't even get close. Okay, I tried to fair catch that, but I forgot that it doesn't just automatically put you on the return man for some reason. Whatever, 1st and 10. God. Their defense is freaking annoying, man. Like, it's not like it's stopping me or anything. I'm pretty much able to do whatever I want. The problem is I just can't do it as fast as I want to. Like, they have just enough speed on their defense to perfectly lock up everything I want to do. Like, for about 5 seconds. And it is quite annoying. And we blocked the wrong guy. 3rd and 10. I don't want to go for another field goal, man. I might have to, though. I mean, inside zone could be open, but this is like the set I see literally every time, and it never works. Well, it worked here. Worked really well here. He's gone. All right. Touchdown, Marcus Woods. Oh, yeah, I forgot. He has 99 speed. That's just... You just can't game plan for that kind of speed. You just can't. All right. Make your tackles. Thank you. First and 10. Let's go ahead and force them to another 3 and out. I'd be good with that. Who cares what our offense can do if our defense hold them to 6 points? 2nd 11. Run game's got nothing to it right now. Absolutely nothing to it. It's a screen. Can we get out there? No. They are able to move the chains. That's disappointing. Okay. Let's heat them up. I think they're going to run. They did run. They pitch it backwards for some reason. Lose 3 because of it. All right. Thank you. No, you're gonna blitz the quarterback, I think. I'm not gonna put my 65 speed D tackle into a hook curl because I'm not psychotic. At least not that brand of psychotic. The quarterback has 6 rushes for negative 17 yards. His longest rush is 1 yard. This quarterback is having a bad day, I tell you what. He could probably have a hell of a lot more yards if he just hit all of his throws. He has not hit at least half of them. We might have room on this return here. Hold on. Not for a touchdown, but there's like 20 yards. Cool. All right, 1st and 10. We'll hit underneath. There's a flag on the play. It's a hold. It's a hold on my 88 overall left tackle. Sick. All right, 1st and 20 now. That's fun. Marcus Woods will tote the rock, and he's just going to outrun everybody. He's just going to outrun everybody. That's all we do. Marcus Woods has 300 combined yards and 4 touchdowns. I mean, what can you even do about that? I mean, that's one way to counteract getting a holding penalty to make it 1st and 20. They should have just given us the... They should have just declined it. I guess. I don't know. First and 10, it's an RPO, and he's not going to make the catch. Thankfully, Hodgins able to knock it away. 2nd and 10. Okay, running back breaks one tackle, can't break the other. Martrice Dilliard able to come in through the... off the complete other side of the field, able to make the tackle. With his, like, 70 speed. Alright, that's just wide open over the middle. Really tried to not let that happen, but there was not much I could do about it. Just a tick too slow. It's another run and another completely blown up play. Tried to fight for yards that ended up costing him 6. We'll take that. 2nd and 16. They're going to try to throw again, and they keep testing Marquand Hodgins, and it's not working. It's not working. It's not picked, but they're not making the catch either. 3rd and 16. We'll send 5, try to get him off the field here. Yeah, he got there. Clayton got there immediately. Couldn't make the tackle. Cleanup crew got there in time. And they'll punt again, but not before the end of the 3rd, I guess. Oh, no, they will punt it. Okay. Can't really imagine why, but all right. Suppose trying to save some time. All they accomplished was letting us get a punt return touchdown with Marcus Woods. Because he's just too fast. He's just too fast. Hey, pro tip for all of you trying to rebuild the team. Just get a guy with 99 speed, 99 acceleration, 99 agility. It's really that simple. Of course, we have to kick off because, you know, that's what happens after you score touchdowns. Just so happened to coincide with the end of the quarter. 45-6. I'm going to guess they probably have most of their backups in. They do. Okay. Not that I think we're going to get there, but we are... I think it is worth being said that we are 11 points away from the 50-point quit rule. All right, now they got the 96 speed running back in. Now I really need to be worried about the long play here. And, oh, wow, they got a lot of speed out there right now. Okay. That is a little bit scary. They just pulled out their entire speed roster. I think that was that guy's first catch of his career. So that's cool. Don't even let the speed get started. Just stop him right at the line. We'll take that. 2nd and 9 here. Okay, well. It got open there. Alright. I moved the chains for him. Just wrap up. So it's either a gain of 0 or a gain of 12. That seems to be the two options available. We'll see what this is. Out of empty. And he chucks it out of bounds. Was just about to get wrapped up. See, 3rd and 10. We're chucking this one deep. Just. Huh? Okay. I get it. I'm up an ungodly amount of points. What is this? What is that? I pressed X to swat the ball away. I thinking it was going to like load up into a 1-2 jump, you know, to where the ball is. Not that. Why would that ever be that? Okay, well, there goes the 50-point rule. Iowa State has just bombed us deep. That's Dom Overby. I can't even believe that's an animation in the game. I'll just be honest with you. We're going to sub in some of our backups here. Or not. I really wish that button worked. Maybe it will here then? Actually, I kind of have I want my own little roster here. Yeah, go ahead and put Ochoa in. That's fine. And then they will put in Ramsey. Okay, so this is the roster that I wanted out. Okay, that's fine. Okay, they actually did that pretty well. I want Barnes in. If I need a third tight end, honestly, make it Melvin Laster. Because he can play the position. Yeah, Marcus Wood's got one final little poverty carry. It's going to be the backups from here on out. Give Ramsey some of his playing time. Not that it's going to make a difference. He's like 1,000% gone after this year. I think he's pissed off beyond repair. His deal breaker is playing time, and he got completely benched. And now he's hurt. 2 carries in. All right, well, I guess whatever. Suppose that's why you have the backups in. Sammy Riggs. I'm going to get 8. Bruised ribs. Honestly, put him back in because I don't want Lester Gainwell to touch the ball. Gains a yard there. I think Gail Ochoa is like kind of fast. I think he has like 86 speed. Although, I mean, that inside zone gap just looks free if 68 can hit the block. Well, he did. Sammy Riggs didn't. At all. Alright, 3rd and 9. Throwing it to Barnes in a tight window. It got there. It really did get there. The problem is he got smacked as he tried to catch it. And we're going to punt. Just normal. Yeah, normal. About, like, there, I think. Kind of like that. That was not really what I wanted to have happen, but okay, that's fine. First and 10. Same guy almost just got completely cooked again. That time I pressed Y and it worked for the exact... It didn't work for the exact reason why I didn't try the last time. Matt Cleveland able to get the sack. Alright. Not really much of a pass rush guy, but got there that time. Oh, I say that. I mean, he's got like 5 or 6 sacks on the year. It's not like he's been just like doing nothing. Oh, that streak is just so open, and they didn't throw it. I said he threw it to a running back about 5 yards out of bounds. And they'll punt. Let Lanier do the returning here. He's got it up to the 50. Not bad. Honestly, the backups don't get to come in very often. Let's let them have some fun. Boozer on the outside's got like 90-something speed. And Gale Ochoa got smoked. Alright. I guess we do have backup offensive linemen in, so fair enough. Try to get Larry Barnes involved. This is somebody I really want to be like the feature tight end as soon as next year, if he can develop a bit. He gets playing time as my tight end too. This offense doesn't really feature the second tight end too much. It has in the past, just not really this year. I want to try to get Gainwell like something just because I think it's kind of funny that he's even a running back with his physical profile. And a looses back at that is just not correct. I'll tell you what. Similar to Bryce DeFalco in the playoff run last year, if he can just find a lane, I guess who cares what the speed is? Who cares what speed you have if you can just get 13 yards before anybody even can think about touching you? Alright, I am just now realizing I'm not in chew clock, so that will be changing after this play. Going to chew clock. Or up by 1 billion. Cheeseman checks in. Okay. I guess because my running backs are too tired, he'll take it into the end zone. Well, that's not really what I had in mind. Possibly a bit of a bad sportsmanship play there. Honestly, I fully did not mean to score that. Whoops. Just make the tackle. They got 26 seconds. If they try to do something, I guess whatever. AJ Hampton gets cooked, I think, for the 3rd time today. That's fun. Clock runs out, though. 52-13 is your final. We'll go over some stats here. Whoever tried to throw the ball for them did not have a good day, either one. Jacques Kuhn did end up getting a touchdown on a bogus animation. Was 3 for 6 throwing the ball. Otherwise, Juan Kellum, their starter, 10 for 18, 122 yards. No picks, but just really bad overall, even trying to throw the ball. If I could show the stats, here we go. Ethan Hawke, 10 for 13, 2 touchdowns. Gail Ochoa came in, completed 2 for 4. Didn't really ask him to do anything. Marcus Woods, 19 for 185 and 2 touchdowns. Lester Gainwell somehow had the second most carries on the team, just because by the time the backups were in, we were telling them to get all the carries. 6 for 27. Gideon Cheeseman, 5 for 31 and 2 touchdowns. Deion Ramsey, 3 for 12. Ethan Hawke, 2 for 21. Receiving, Marcus Woods, 4 for 136 and 2 touchdowns. Just, good lord. Larry Barnes had 1 for 10. Defensively, 5 TFLs for Nick Clayton, 3 TFLs for Ron Heaton, 3 TFLs for DK Gilly, 2 TFLs for Martrice Dillard, 1 TFL for Laster, Cleveland, Sanders, Garner, Hodgins, and Garcia. Sack and a half for Sterling Sanders, a sack for Ron Heaton, Melvin Laster, Matt Cleveland, and half sacks for Martrice Dillard and Nick Clayton. No picks because we don't do that. No forced fumbles because, again, turnovers is not a thing that we do. And then we had, of course, the punt return touchdown for Marcus Woods. Because that just seems like a thing that we are guaranteed to get at least one of a game. It's, I mean, if I've said it once, I've said it a million times. He's just too good. He's too good for the Big 12. Simple as that. Nick Livings, the 4-star edge gem, does commit. That's good. Of course, we have 4 guys on campus this week for our visit week against Maryland. Marcus Woods, once again, National Player of the Week. I mean, you know the line. Yeah, Nolan Vildor does end up picking Penn State. I'll keep him on the board for now, just so that way I can get the Week 12 visit bonus. Moffitt's on campus this week. Looks like he's going to commit. Rodney McNabb's on campus this week. Yeah, I blew out Iowa State so bad on Jackson Rossi's visit week that he did not gain any more points than Iowa did. Unfortunately, he's on Iowa's campus this week, so unless they add somebody to the board that messes with his playing time, he will be committing to Iowa. There's nothing I can do about that. Jason Lloyd, I think, is on our campus this week. This is week 11, yeah. So hopefully if we blow out Maryland by enough, he will commit. I mean, I guess I could maybe schedule a visit for Trent Johns, but he doesn't have anything complimentary there, and I only have 1 visit slot left, so I need to make sure that goes to something that actually matters. Benjamin Sweat is on our campus this week. Kind of a last-second edition of sorts. I'm getting blown out for him, though. And he has a North Carolina visit week 13. So I honestly think this is completely just in vain. But you never know, I guess. I could just smoke Maryland by so much he has no choice but to commit. That would be kind of awesome. Harvey Doolittle. I have no idea how good this guy is. Maybe I should put some points in. He's a bust. Okay. I mean, 6'5", 273. Power rusher with decent speed. Honestly, I might keep him on the board anyways, even if he has normal development. Just so I can have some depth there. Probably not the worst thing in the world. Kind of a tweener guy. Kind of too small to play D-tackle. Kind of, way too big to really be an edge rusher. But also, 78 speed, he can absolutely be an edge rusher. In fact, I think that's just what I'm going to have him do. I don't know. We'll see, I suppose. God, we have so many hours. Just, nothing to really do with it. Unless I want to add more running backs to the board. Or the most undersized, underspeeded edge rusher you've ever seen. But at least he's not a bust, right? fine. I guess I'll throw some points on him, I guess. Why not? What else am I doing with the points? Guess I could go find, like, a gem 3-star. Yeah, that's probably a lot better idea. Alright. I think there are more 4-stars out there, just not in any sort of position to need. I have a lot of the receivers on the board right now are probably just going to get moved to tight end. I'm not worried about that. There's an open safety left. Okay, he's not actually open, though. He technically is, but Florida's just going to get him into his top 8 before I can do anything about it. Yeah, I could try. I mean, I have the points. Might as well. Rodney McNabb is the only 4-star strong safety left that hasn't committed. That's kind of funny. All right. Are there any 4-star athletes left? Those are the guys I really like scouting. It's just Harvey Doolittle. All right. All right, let's go for a 3-star. Why not? Thumper athletes are usually pretty good. He has no scholarship offers right now. Yeah, he looks pretty good, too. If we could get him, that'd be sick, but I don't really feel like we're going to be able to get him. He's a gem, 87 speed. Okay. That's actually really good. All right. Nobody else has even offered him, so as long as that doesn't change in the next week, yeah, he should be able to have a pretty good chance of committing. All right. Maryland up next. Out of conference game, but it's a really big visit week. We'll see what happens, I suppose. Also, I like how we beat Iowa State by like 50 points and dropped 2 spots in the rankings. That's really cool. I'm sure a 2-7 Maryland is probably not going to help our case either. I mean, who really cares, though? Like, as long as we get a first-round bye, which we will if we win out and win the Big 12 championship again. $53, that is not a tight end. Maybe they have him at like a 3rd tight end spot. That is simple. That is a guard. You cannot fool me. All right, let's see what Maryland has for us here. Getting sacked on the first play is what they have. Ron Heaton turning the heat up on him. 8-yard sack, first play of the game. See, 2nd and 18 here. Throw it immediately. That gets a lot of yards back. Makes it 3rd and 9. Please don't. Okay, so 53 is actually a tight end. Is that just like a long snapper then? What's the deal there? Maybe. Try to run it, gain 3, they'll punt. Nice first drive, 3 and out, idiot. And they did the one thing that you can't do, and that is give Marcus Woods an opportunity to return the kick. Almost just showboated my way into a fumble. That would have been really bad. But I didn't. Marcus Woods might actually have like 10 punt return touchdowns on this season. Like, that actually might be a low number. I mean, I don't even have to play offense. I honestly feel like if I punted on every first down and my only source of offense was just Marcus Woods punt returns, I feel like I could probably win like at least 8 games. Just between how good my defense has played this year and also Marcus Woods has like 80 points on punt returns. It's just crazy, man. Second and 8. Go for a read option. Okay. Look at 3 on it. Good to know that's something you'll do. Hopefully you won't do it again. 3rd and 5 out of the pistol. This feels like a play action spot. It actually just is a run, and they're going to get stuffed. They'll punt again. Let's see if they do the stupid thing again. I really will if they do, because I like returning punts for touchdowns. No, okay, they're not going to let him return it. Alright, fine. I had my fun once, that's fine. I'm also acting like I'm not going to get like 300 rushing yards, so who even cares? Okay, well, if I could not get blown up at the line, that'd be cool. Okay, that's not a fumble. Nope. Nope. I hate that that's even an animation in the game, because that is, like, the most clear and obvious not fumble I think I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, his full tuchus was on the floor. That's just not a fumble. Come on. Thank you. It is still 3rd and 12, though, so that's not exactly, like, a great upgrade, but at least we have the ball back. Make the catch, first down. Cool. All is well. Larry Barnes makes the catch. Gotta try to get him more involved in the offense. He's way too much of my future plan to just shut him out of the game plan. Yeah, I don't know why, but they really don't want me to run the ball. I say that, but look at that. There's like 15 yards between the D tackle and the edge rusher. How does that happen, dude? I have 99 speed. How on earth am I getting caught from behind by an edge rusher? The only edge rusher that should be catching Marcus Woods from behind is Myles Garrett. That's it. Maybe like Montez Sweat, just because he is like a freak athlete. Well, that's crazy. Still scored a touchdown though, 14-0. If this has to be a passing game, I'm okay with that. Ethan Houck is not freshman year Ethan Houck. Okay, well that's just way too open. First and 10, we're locking in on the run. It's a play action. Oh, God. Yep. Yeah, fully sold out for the run. It was a play action. This is Maryland's Super Bowl. Noted. All right, 14-7. 2 plays, 87 yards. Great. Well, Marcus Woods is returning the kick, though, so, I mean... He's got it up to the 26. This feels like they're blitzing, is it not? They really weren't. I don't think it matters, though. Oh, I can't swerve around that? Really? Come on. That's lame. 1st and 10. Oh, that's... Okay, that corner. That is insane zone coverage. Oh my gosh. I thought for sure he was just fully committed on, like, the double bracket on that out route. I did not think he was going to be ready to circle back to the end. Spin move. Down to the 18. Gotta say, gold dot out of Ethan Houck is very nice. Well, doesn't matter if he's getting blown up. Can't really get it out. Just hit Jacone Duffy underneath. We got blocks. Ah, not quite enough. Marcus Woods is able to hold him up for a second, but wasn't quite long enough. Just pitch it out to him. He's got too much speed on the outside. There's a touchdown to end the first quarter. Make it 21-7. Listen, you can have your little fluky one-play bombs when I'm selling out for the run on your little play actions. That's fine. Let me see some sustained drives before I start giving you too much credit. That's all I'm going to say. I wouldn't necessarily call this game a litmus test for our chances that we move to the Big Ten. Because that definitely is a possibility after this season. I think almost a certainty that we're probably not staying in the Big 12 this year if we win the conference undefeated 2 years in a row. I was there just a second too late. If Melvin Lassiter was a safety, that's probably picked. That's just the reality of this situation. If that was a safety as my user linebacker, that's a pick. But yeah, I think this team is just this team's probably just too good to be playing 70 overalls every week. And that's really what the Big 12 is at this point. It just isn't enough comp for this team anymore. There's a good chance that this is the year we win a national championship even. So, I think the final year being in the Big 12 or Big 10 probably isn't a bad idea. As Melvin Lassiter were able to get to that ball, picked it off, and he sixed it even. There we go. Yeah, Platinum Robber. I feel like that's not quite said enough. It's Platinum Robber and Gold House Call. Maybe just now because he's hot, because he got a pick 6. But even without him getting the +1 badge boost, that's still Gold Robber. I feel like I never see him get robber animations. Either that or I just don't use him right. Very possible I just have a bad user. In fact, I think that is what the situation is. Nick Clayton in man coverage, able to wrap him up for 5. But yeah, I like seeing plays out of that from Melvin Last to get back to my point. Would like to see more of them, though. Corey Stewart able to wrap him up for a TFL. 3rd and 8. All right, Lassiter. You're hot off the pick 6. Let me see something happen here, buddy. How do we allow that, man? What is my curl flat on? The flat route. The quarter flat was on the flat route. I can't even be mad. The amount of times that I've raged about that being open when I have flat routes on, I really can't even complain. I did it to myself. Second and 8, it's a screen to number 4. They got some weird numbers on these guys. They got a receiver with the number 40. They got a tight end. Tight end with a number 53. No wonder this team's 2-7. Look good, play good. If you don't look good, you're not playing as good. A couple guys probably could have gotten a pick there, but whatever. It gives Marcus Woods another punt return opportunity, so I'm not too mad at it. Oh, a second. If I was maybe like a frame earlier on like cut to the outside, that's probably 6 points. Second and 7. Jacone Duffy on the outside. Moves the chains. There's Marcus Woods on the ground. He gone. Touchdown, Marcus Woods. 55 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns. I think he has a receiving touchdown, punt return touchdown, and now a rushing touchdown, or does he have 2 rushing touchdowns? Oh, he has a lot of points, though. That's all that matters. Oh, we have a lot of points. Okay, that was a crazy burst off. Okay, that's enough of that, man. Jamar Cersei, this dude is like my sworn enemy today. Good lord, the kid's balling. Didn't ball that time. Sterling Sanders able to wrap him up behind the line. Alright, 3rd and 4. They're airing this one deep. All right. Rico Garcia almost came up with a pick. It seems like a lot of almost in that situation. Never any actually picks. And they will punt again. Didn't get the block. Cool. I had room up the middle. Maybe a spin move would have gotten something there. No way to know. Ooh, there was room there. There was room if I wanted to take it. I just hesitated for a second too long. Still moved the chains with it, though. We pick up the blocks. I'm just late on him right now, man. I feel like in my maximum like mental sharpness, these are all touchdowns, and I'm just not getting them right now. There we go. There's a swerve. And there's the touchdown, Marcus Woods. 10 for 121, 4 total touchdowns in the first half. All right, cool. They got their 1 touchdown off the blitz when they ran play action. Have not done a thing on offense since. Maybe a couple first downs. Congratulations. Okay, they have this guy, though. This guy is a problem. There's 2 minutes left in the half. Why are you running the ball? Assholes. Just try to get points. Why are we being fancy here? Okay, that's... What was that route? That was not like a regular streak. No, it was. He just threw it like awful, but the awful throw was perfect for throwing me out of position. Cool. No. Not a chance, buddy. fuck? I accidentally hit run up the middle instead of press. Oh, that could have been bad. That could have been bad. It wasn't, though. 3rd and 10. Good lord. Oh, we're all over that. All over that. We'll call timeout even. Get this ball back before the half. Make it 49-7 by halftime. Couple blocks. Wasn't quite touchdown blocks, but at least helped us get an extra couple yards on the return. They seem to think we're throwing the ball here. I don't know why you would think that. You know who we have at running back, right? This guy's getting all of the carries this drive. Okay, maybe not. Call a second timeout here. Alright, we will throw it. Especially if they're going to press. Hello? Yosef Alatu, do you have a step? He kind of did, but got smoked as he threw it. Wasn't able to get it down the field. 3rd and 9. Okay. Broken sack. Come back to the ball. Not that far back! We'll punt. Alright, let's try to cough on him here. It's not a coffin corner at all. Alright. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to punt in this game, and it's going to be legendary. Wrap up. Cool. You're just going to take this one to quarter? Or to halftime? They are. 42-7 is your halftime score. Belt. Absolute belt is what we have to say about this one. Marcus Woods with a final stat line for a half. 12 for 134 and 4 total touchdowns. And we get the ball. Man, if we could have gotten a field goal before the half, that actually, I don't know if that would have done anything for it. I was going to say that would have set us up for a touchdown, gets us out of here, but it wouldn't have at all, actually. That safety better play over the left side. He did. All right. Okay. Ernest Marable completely gave up. That was cool. 2nd and 10. Ooh, blitz on a screen. Blitz on a screen. He gone. He's not gone. Number 4 with the pursuit angle of his life. Oh. Alright. Whatever. Still a monster gain. Ethan Houck able to pick up the first down with his legs. Cheeseman checks it at running back. He'll take a carry. Got 6 with it. Not bad. Slot was open for like a second, but as soon as I would have tried to throw that ball, it would have been picked off. I promise. First and goal. They completely sold out for the run up the middle. Okay. Noted. Pull that back a bit. To not throw it. Taken off with Ethan Houck. Just be faster than a defensive lineman, Ethan. He wasn't, but was just fast enough to keep momentum to run into the end zone. 49-7. Touchdown and a 2-point would send us out of here early, but I'm not going to go for a 2-point conversion because that's just rude. Big hit from Sammy Riggs knocks him down to the 12. Hit as he threw it. He did have him open on the sideline. Didn't matter though. He got completely crushed. Second and 10, probably a little bit of PI, but he just ran it anyways. All right, well, luckily for him, that almost makes him positive in rushing yards to the game. So congratulations, Malik. Oh, that will make him positive. All right, they are running the ball a lot right now. Mainly because my defense is locking up. All right, fine, I'll put on a spy. If that's how you want to play it, we can play it like that. Second and inches. Good Lord. Here comes rubber banding to make sure I don't quit this game early. Why is my player jogging? Why is Martrice Dilliard jogging to get to the running back? Literally jogging. I've said it. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I don't care how many points you're up by. If you give that like abysmal of effort on the field, you're not going to play anymore. Matter of fact, yeah, that pissed me off. Now that I simmer on that, that pissed me off. You're done. Martrice Dilliard, you're done for the day. Give me Asiata. Asiata wouldn't do that to me. Got him. Thought they'd throw us off for the run. Melvin Lasser able to wrap him up behind the line. Third down. DK Gilly should have probably had a pick six right there. Instead, he dropped the ball. And they're going to go for a field goal. And they're going to miss it. Wide left. Okay. So it's still 8 points away from the 50 ball. I feel like I should just be able to run around everybody. It's kind of dumb that I can't. It's not a bad substitute, though. Good run from Marcus. Latu underneath. Makes the catch. Runs out from the corner. 20 yards. Not bad. Latu, touchdown. I don't care. I'm going for it. Probably not even going to get it, but I'm going for it. Jacone Duffy does make the catch. 2-point conversion is good. We're up by 50. I can get out of here. Jump ahead to the end of the game. Let's see what the computer does with it. Maryland gets a field goal. We get a field goal. Final score is 60 to 10. 21-21, 15-3. I don't like what they're doing with the eyes there, bud. Alright. I will look at final stats here. Ethan Houck, 13 for 19, 241 and 2 touchdowns. Rushing, Marcus Woods, 23 for 222 and 3 touchdowns. Ethan Houck, 2 for 18 and a touchdown on his own. Gideon Cheeseman, 3 for 9. Receiving, Marcus Woods, 6 for 132 and a touchdown. Eosef Alatu, 2 for 28 and a touchdown. Otherwise, pretty unremarkable stats. Defensively, 2 TFLs for Sanders, 1 for Heaton, Lasser, Clayton, Stewart, Asiata, and Hampton. Sacks for Sanders, Ron Heaton, half a sack for Asiata and Nick Clayton, I guess in Sim. And then the pick 6 for Melvin Laster. Let's see, yeah, we had no kick return, so we had the punt return touchdown with Marcus Woods. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm going to finish this one the way I did last one because this is a really big recruiting week. I'm going to grab my thumbnail pictures. I'll get back to y'all right in a second. All right. Are that taken care of? Hold on. I just missed what that said. Was that to say? Hold on. Whoa. What record did he just break? Big 12. Must be season. Marcus Woods just broke the Big 12 Big 12 season rushing touchdowns record. Okay, I guess Oklahoma State wasn't. Hold on. What? Oh. I was going to say, like, did Daniel Hill not have, like, 35 rushing touchdowns in 2026? No. We were still in the MAC in 2026. That's why. Yeah, because Daniel Hill had, like, 3,000 yards and, like, 35 rushing touchdowns. Okay. Daniel Hill didn't do that last year, so. So now, Marcus Woods has the rushing touchdowns record. It's still going to be probably quite a ways away from breaking Barry Sanders' yards record. But, yeah. Another look at recruiting here just to kind of go over everything that could happen here. Ian Moffitt was on our campus this week. He's probably going to commit. Rodney McNabb was on our campus. Should be at least a huge lead on Oregon. I doubt he commits, but it's going to be big. Jackson Rossi almost certainly just commits to Iowa. Jason Lloyd was on our campus. This has to be a commit or else he goes to Michigan. Otherwise, Benjamin Sweat was on campus. This would be big to have a huge visit for that. That would be really big to just kind of get a little bit of a lead on Clemson and North Carolina. Otherwise, not as big of a recruiting week as it was for the end of last episode. But still pretty big. So I wanted to make sure I got you guys involved in this. Let you guys see this. We do have commits. Ian Moffitt does commit. 5-star running back. That's the only one, though. Roddy McNabb does launch into his top 3. Let's see. How did that end up turning out? Melvin Laster, Defensive Player of the Week for the pick 6. Just Big 12, though. Marcus Woods will be National Big 12 Player of the... or National Offensive Player of the Week. Take a full look at recruiting now here. Yeah, Ian Moffitt does commit. We don't know how good he is, but we know he's probably going to be good. Jackson Rossi's on our campus next week. He'll have some sort of complimentary visit, I'm sure, with somebody. Jason Lloyd does not commit. Even with the Buku Bucks visit, with a complimentary visit, Ian Moffitt, it is just barely not enough to commit. He will almost certainly be committing to Michigan now. That blows. That absolutely blows. Benjamin Sweat, good visit, not even enough. It was enough to get us to where Michigan or North Carolina and Clemson were before. So, yeah, not nearly as productive of a visit week as I wanted. But, you have that sometimes. You're not going to get every blue chip commitment. That's just how it is. But yeah, I'll do some more recruiting off screen. I'll make sure you guys are looped into it at the start of the next episode, as always. But thank you guys so much for watching this. I'll see you there.